Dear mighty students of St.Francis Schools of Health Sciences, before you is Cyrus Talemwa, a medical laboratory assistant and a student clinician in year 1 semester 2. Glad to be on this podium today because we know leaders not just come from along the way, but leaders are made. And we're going to have a preamble about our debate today, the topic of our debate. The theme of this presidential debate is addressing students' affairs, rebuilding an admirable and inclusive reputation. Addressing students' affairs, rebuilding an admirable and inclusive reputation. Addressing students' affairs, you realize that the theme is mostly looking about the stakeholders. And who are the stakeholders in this? Yes, the leaders come, they do their part and go, but the stakeholders in this are the students. So, addressing students' affairs, addressing the stakeholders' affairs. We have the administrators, we have the leaders, but the stakeholder remains the student. The student who pays the tuition, the student who needs to get those services, and the student who struggles to see that they raise this money. So, addressing students' affairs through building an admirable and inclusive reputation. An admirable and inclusive reputation is not just built with an admirable and inclusive reputation will only be built when we have good leaders that serve to their expectations. Addressing students' challenges incurs what we present in our manifestos. And before you presenting my manifesto, I have a 6 PowerPoint program where I have 6 strong points that I base on my manifesto if students give me the trust to be your guild president. Number 1 is student welfare and academic support. And our main goal in this will be improving learning and living experiences of every student. Improving this living experience under student welfare, we need to demand for the activities we pay for. We need to get all what we are entitled to. Number 2 is strengthening communication between students and administration. You find a bigger gap between students and administration, that at times you find students addressing issues in groups, that those issues can't be raised to the top, administrators where they need to reach. So, when you trust leadership, when you trust Cyrus into leadership, we are providing feedback forums. Through these feedback forums, we are going to see raising issues from the ground level to the administrators, so that students not only present their challenges in WhatsApp groups, but through the feedback forums, through the leaders we have, these challenges can reach the top administrators, and where need be, they will be addressed. We have advocating for timely academic information. We have timetables, exam schedules, notices, and at times deadlines. Times we find students facing charges and paying extra money that wouldn't have been paid because we don't have timely communication of these deadlines. When you trust Cyrus, we promise to work hand in hand with the school administrators to see that we always have these things communicated on time, such that we prevent these charges that are put on students who in the end have to pay for these things. Point number 2 is transparency and accountability leadership. Our goal here is to restore trust and openness in guild. You realize I'm speaking about restoring trust. Most of you there have lost trust. You approach a student and they tell you, there's no value in those things. After all, every leader who comes is working for their stomach. We are coming to restore trust and openness in guild operations. In this, I've talked about feedback forums, and we are providing regular updates on guild decisions and activities. In our manifestos, we present these things. We promise to have quarterly feedbacks from the guild, so that every after quarter, let's say every after 3 months, we are able to come back to the students. We say, in these 3 months, we have managed to do this, we have used this amount of money, so that even at the end of the regime, we don't panic to look for accountability. If we have these feedback forums and we have quarterly accountability, every after 3 months, We don't think this can come about. And this, you realize, it gives us it helps us to ensure clear reporting of guild finances. We've seen some people leaving office, while some of the guild members going to jail because of failure to handle the guild finances. Through these feedback forums and this accountability, the quarterly accountabilities that are to be given, we promise to hold the guild finances well, and we ensure that the guild finances do all whatever they're supposed to do. Point number 3 is unity and inclusiveness. Our goal here is to build one strong Franciscan community and working closely with culture associations and clubs, promoting cross-department activities. Having these cross-department activities, realize we have different faculties.
Right. Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Cyrus. Silence. Silence, please. All right. Thank you, Mr. Cyrus, for your speech. That's a very disorganized group. I am wondering how we shall be voting and what we shall be basing on to vote if we are making noise. Dear students, gentlemen, I am certain that we understand the purpose of the debate. I know you have vuvuzelas, guys. I know you have support, but it makes no sense when you disorganize the space for these candidates. It does not make any sense. And you are adults, you are not secondary school students. Let's kindly be patient for 1 hour. We shall hit vuvuzelas around. Can we listen? I don't know how we choose leaders. I don't know how we choose leaders if we can't listen to them. How do we choose leaders, guys? Thank you. Let's have the final candidate.